welcome back to the third installment of my PC Gaming 101 series. In this episode, we are going to be talking about basically pre-built systems versus your own customized gaming rig that you have built by yourself. So let's hop right into it. Actually, right before we do, I just want to say, I know that these episodes may be kind of repetitive because we're just comparing things, but I'm trying to help you guys make your decision on either one, you just even want to try to get into PC gaming, if you want to spend the money to try and get into it. Two, if you do, like what you really want to pick and how you want your system to be. So, yeah, but after this episode, I think, off the top of my head, I think this might be the last episode of just comparing advantages and disadvantages. I know it's kind of boring, but it is helpful, or at least I think so. This is, basically, this whole entire series is, I'm trying to help you guys with stuff that I struggled with while I was trying to get into PC, so, yeah, that's basically the series summed up. Anyways, moving on. Let's start off with pre-built. Pre-built is, one, very convenient. Very convenient. No, you get it right at your doorstep, and you just go, you unbox it and stuff, you take out all the things, the documentation and stuff like that, you take your computer upstairs, you plug it in, you install Windows, you install all the drivers, and boom, you're done. Now that may seem like a lengthy process compared to an Xbox, but you know, it's whatever. Now, you are going to be spending more money because it is pre-built. Somebody else has built it for you. And that's what you're going to have to pay for that convenience. Somebody else did build it for you. Somebody else, you know, took their time to build it. And, yeah, that's just the way it goes. You're going to have to pay for extra if somebody's going to do something for you. Now, also, you don't know exactly what's in the system. Sometimes they won't say like something like the RPM of the hard drive, or you know, the brand of like the graphics card, or maybe like stuff like how fast the CPU is, if it's overclocked, if it's not. Most likely it's not, but if how fast the graphics card is, how like what its megahertz is set to or whatever. You just don't get to know that until, you know, you get the PC, but you know, after that you've already spent your money and, you know, it's kind of too late. The main reason why they do this is so since you know less, you buy it off the stuff that you do know, how large the hard drive is, how, you know, like what kind of graphics card it is. And I know sometimes it doesn't matter, you know, how fast it is, you can just overclock it, but you know, if something's clocked higher like stock, if it's like maybe for graphics cards, some brands overclock them, and that's the way that you get it whenever you first buy it, and that's basically like its stock speed. So then you have to overclock it less yourself, and it's, you know, not as dangerous, I guess. So, yeah, that's basically summed up the disadvantages and advantages of pre-built. Let's moving on to what's it called? Your own gaming rig, customized build. It's basically that, except turned around. A disadvantage is it's very time consuming. You have to build it yourself. You have to make sure all the components aren't, you know, like make sure they're all working right, and make sure, you know, the graphics card's working, the CPU isn't all messed up, the motherboard's okay, all that. You have to make sure all that stuff is okay and it didn't get damaged in shipping. But at the same time, you can save a lot more money on either one, sales, or sometimes places like CyberPower PC will sell stuff more expensively, it'll be more expensive than it actually is, maybe on a website like Amazon. And yeah, you just get to save maybe hundreds of dollars if you build the same exact system yourself, just because you get more customization. Maybe some things cheaper online than it is on that website. And also you get the freedom of modding it. Now a lot of people will say, well, even though I have a pre-built system, I could just, take it apart, then mod the case, and then put whatever I want in it. Well, generally, even though, you've already paid extra for it being a pre-built, it's going to be even more expensive to mod it and then put all the stuff that you're modding for. And if you don't know, you can mod a case. If something you don't like about it, then you can take that out, basically. If you just don't know what modding a case is, it's basically just making something the way you want it to be. Now, another advantage of custom built systems is you know exactly what's in there, because you bought every single component and every single fan that is in that case. Every single freaking, you know exactly what's in your system. That's one advantage, and that's what I think that's really important. A lot of people don't really care. It's like, oh yeah, it works, so it doesn't really matter. But you know exactly the clock speed, you know exactly the brand, you know exactly the model. Maybe not by heart, but you at least have the boxes of them, I hope. And you also get, generally, now there are some places that offer a warranty for every single component for pre-built, but most of the time you're going to get more warranty and more, value out of a custom built system. So the only reason why I would go with a pre-built system is if you're just really not comfortable with building your own computer. But if you're okay with that, if you don't really care, go ahead and build your own system. You're going to be saving more money. You're going to know exactly what's in there, and you're most likely going to get more warranty. So if your graphics card fails and that 3-year warranty is already applied, then you can just go ahead and get another graphics card. Boom. There you go. And that basically sums it up. Let me just quickly review what we talked about. Pre-built, it is a lot more convenient. You don't have to spend as much time. You don't know exactly what's in there, and it's more expensive. But with a custom built system, you know exactly what's in there. You're saving money, but it does take a lot more time to put together and is more time consuming. If you guys enjoyed, make sure to hit the like button, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye.